Do you want to reach a global audience and expand your online business? If you're looking to create a WordPress website or online store that speaks your customer's language, then you are in the right place.
Hi guys, this is Bully. In today's video, I am gonna teach you how to make a multilingual WordPress website that speaks to your customers in their preferred language. Alright, with that being said, let's get started.
Alright, let's go to our demo store or WordPress website. Go to plugins, click plugins or add new. Click the add new button on the top of the page and go to the search box right here and type G-Translate. Here it is. That's the plugin that we're gonna install. They have about over 500,000 active installations and the ratings look pretty good so far. Click the install now button right here, and then click the activate button after that. Alright, it should redirect you back to the main plugins page. Scroll down a little bit to find the G-Translate plugin. It's right here. I just wanted to enable the audio updates real quick. Alright, and then just click the settings link right there to go to its settings. Its settings typically would be under the settings menu right here. Alright, here are the settings of the G-Translate plugin. The first option is for the widget look. It is a drop-down box, but there are many options that you could pick from. You will see the preview of the widget on the right panel. Next, select a language to translate from right here. Don't worry about the next options for the URL structures. They are for the paid plans only. And then keep the rest of the settings the same until the select language label. You could click in the box to change the text here if you want to. Next, this option is to show the language selector in different menu positions. We're gonna talk about this later on in this tutorial. So let's move on to the next option. The next option is to show the floating language selector at either top or bottom positions. You could play around with this yourself later on. Next, click a box to select a language to translate to. Once everything looks good, just click the Save Changes button at the bottom. You should be able to see the widget preview on the right panel right here. This is how the language selector would look like on your website. Here are the selected languages. Let's go to the widgets. Under appearance, we're gonna add the G-Translate widget to the default sidebar of the demo store on this website. Just click the plus button here and type GT. That's the widget. Just click it to add it to the default sidebar. Click here to drag it to wherever you want. Let's drag it to the top. Alright, it looks good so far. Let's click the update button on the top right to save this. Let's go to the front end to refresh the page. There it is. It is right here. Let's test it real quick. Please ignore the language selector at the top menu. I forgot to remove it during my screen recording. Let's select a language to test it. Let's pick Greek right here. Wow, it looks like the widget translation works on the default sidebar. Alright, let's go back to the dashboard again to add this widget to the WooCommerce sidebar. Let's search for the G-Translate. Here it is. Just click the widget to add it to the WooCommerce sidebar and click to drag it on the top or wherever you want, and then click the update button. Let's go back to the front end to refresh the page. There it is. This is the simple version of the language selector. There are many languages that we selected. Let's select Spanish. All right, it works. It translates the web content from English to Spanish nicely. Let's add this to the main menu bar next. Select main right here, then click the Save Changes button at the bottom. Let's go to the front end to refresh the page. Well, it doesn't look good on the main menu. I used the Ocean WP theme for the demo store. You could see we have many languages that we selected previously here. All right, let's test it real quick. Let's select a language. When we select a language, the entire header's layout is shifted a lot. But good news though, it translates all right. It translates pretty much everything, even the product description and all of this. If you found my video useful, I'd be super grateful if you could swing by the Buy Me Coffee page, which you can find in the description box below. By doing so, you'll not only be helping me out, but also earning yourself a big shout out in my next video as a token of my heartfelt thanks. Your generosity means the world to me, and I can't thank you enough in advance. Alright, let's change the drop down box to a new look. Let's click the widget look drop down box right here to expand the options. There are many options that we could select. This one is flags and drop down. If you click over here, you will be able to see the widget preview right there on the right side. Let's click another option. Let's select another option. Let's do the nice drop down with flags right here. It looks fine. Just click the Save Changes button at the bottom when you are happy with it. Then let's go to the front end and refresh the page. There it is. It looks like the language with a parenthesis, like the Chinese simplified language. It's too long for the drop-down box width. It doesn't look good though. We might have to add a CSS snippet to fix the width. Alright, let's add it to the top bar next. Just select the top bar right here. Scroll down a little bit to click the Save Changes button at the bottom. Let's go back to the front end again to refresh the page. Here it is. It's just right there. The position of the drop-down box looks even worse than being on the main menu. Let's select a language real quick. Oh, it looks like the colors of the drop-down box don't look good. Let's go back to the settings. Right here in this section, you can play around to change different colors of the drop-down box. Let's change the selected language hover background to black. It is right here. Just click the black color right here and let's see what it's gonna look like in the front end. Let's click the Save Changes button right here and go back to the front end. Refresh the page. Okay, let's click the drop down. Alright, it looks like it's kinda turned the background to black, whatever the language you selected. We also need to change the text color of a hover over language. Alright, let's go back again. Let's change the text color whenever we hover over a language. It is right here. So let's change it to black. Let's go back to the front end and refresh the page. Alright, whenever we hover now, the text color of that language is white. So that is good because we could read the text better now. Alright, let's inspect the front end code real quick because I am just curious. I just want to know what's going on here. Why? Let's change this view to be responsive. There are many options right here, but let's stick with that one for a quick test and make it 100% so we could see it better. The language selector drop-down box is way off to the right side of the theme. It looks really bad. It looks like they add an inline CSS for the language selector's position for the top bar to be absolute. If we remove the absolute position, it will fit nicely on the top bar. Well, we can't hack that though. Let's go back. Alright, let's remove the drop-down box from the top bar. This option doesn't work well with my theme. You guys let me know in the description box below if you can make it look nice at your top bar or main menu, and let me know which theme you use too. Next, here's how to change an alternative language flag. Let's use the USA flag for the English language. That looks good. And then just click the Save Changes button at the bottom. Let's go back to the front end again. Let's refresh the page. Here it is. So all in all, the free version of this plugin is not that bad. It just doesn't work well in the Ocean WP theme when you add the language selector on the top bar or on the main menu. It works best when you use it as a widget that you could add it to a sidebar instead, but it may work well with other themes that I haven't tried yet. You guys let me know if it looks good on your top bar or the main menu in your theme, and I can't wait to hear from you. Hey, by the way, if you're interested in customizing your login page and making it look awesome and beautiful, check out this video next. Wherever you are, I hope your day is absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to catch you in my next video. Take care and bye for now.